even if Arizona turns out in the most obvious capacity and mixed salad, yeah. Even then, we only have Murkowski and Collins on our side, which of course means that the Democrats do not have the necessary votes to potentially block the upcoming Supreme Court appointee. Now, we don't even know who it is, but we do know who it is. It's Amy Coney Barrett, an absolute religious freak psychopath. Now,
Hasan.
I will be talking about Amy Coney, I will be talking about Amy Coney Barrett, a Federalist Society staple, another one of those I can't talk today. What is happening? Another one of those Notre Dame freaks. You know, Notre Dame is pretty much a fucking hotbed for these theocratic monarch. I will put a finger in your butt while the proceedings are in session because we have these ancient rituals because we're a bunch of fucking cult freaks, Federalist Society sickos. Okay? You know, tradition, rituals. Notre Dame has all sorts of those fucking sickos. Okay? They are the best. They are the best at doing weird shit. And they will very likely have a nine justice Supreme Court eventually, if things go as the Federalist Society intended. Of course, we don't need those activist judges, the Republicans said. So they literally built an infrastructure to have activist judges. When Democrats appoint someone like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she unironically is ideologically minded towards or predisposed towards capitalism. Like, for example, with her takes about Colin Kaepernick, even the protests, the Black Lives Matter protests. Ideologically minded Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who is one of the supposedly most progressive Supreme Court justices who've done so much for equality and justice for all, fighting for civil liberties for women, also is giddy at the thought of building 600 miles of pipe, as a girl boss is known to do. Nothing better than a slay queen who loves to fucking build pipe over indigenous lands, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is the ideological integrity that Democrats have. Liberal, capitalist, girl power Democrats, of course. But when it comes down to it, the activist judges are unironically on the side of the Republicans. They are the ones who are doing activism for the Republican Party. They are the ones who have a literal infrastructure built, like I said, the Federalist Society. And they will, of course, bring forward yet another absolute psychopath in Amy Coney Barrett. Let's take a look at Amy Coney Barrett. Let's take a look at the hypocrisy of Lindsey Graham, who's actually in a heated race right now. There's a video of Mitt Romney talking to the press. We will take a look at that as well. But before we get to that, let's hear from what Amy represents here from a panel of CNN, Clinton News Network, liberal media sickos. So before I get into that, there's obviously a lot more stuff to cover, but I just want to get into the news immediately, okay? So let's hear it.
Amy Coney Barrett. What do we need to know?
The thing I was going to say is, having a conversation about Amy Coney Barrett's qualifications is already a defeat. I need you to recognize this. We are already lost. The moment we start talking about who the appointment is and what their qualifications are, we have lost. The conversation should not be around what Amy's qualifications are, but instead about the fact that it does not matter who the person is. They could literally try to appoint Bernie Sanders to the Supreme Court if they wanted to. It should not matter. They are cheating. They are stealing this fucking seat, and they should not get to do so. I don't give a fuck who the Republicans appoint. I don't give a fuck what their qualifications are. Of course they're going to be a psychopath. Of course they're going to vote conservative no matter what. We are going to look at her qualifications just so we know personally, but the Democrats should not even be having that conversation. Democrats instead should be having a conversation about how this is theft through and through. They stole one from Obama, and they're doing the exact same thing, and now they're stealing one from the potential next president again. If they truly were honest and knew that Donald Trump was going to win, then let the people of America decide who the next Supreme Court justice should be. That is the message. That is the message.